Hi everyone, gracias a la misericordia, bonsoir la société, bonsoir to all my mystics and mysticos. I hope that all of you are doing well. If you're enjoying the videos and you're gaining and you're learning, if you'd like to go ahead and donate, you can donate via Cash App, $ Hector Salva, or PayPal. Help@mysticalwork.com. If you need my help and you need to reach out, email us at help@mysticalwork.com. You can check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Hungan Hector, and also check out my groups on Facebook, which I have, which are private groups for the spiritual path and my mystics. I'm answering a bunch of questions from those groups. And today's question is, can I believe in God and His saints only and use them only in my practice along with my ancestors only? So, this is a very good question. Okay. If you like the video, you're liking the content, go ahead and subscribe so you can be like first to get the info and so that you can join the crew of mystics, right? So, yes, you can. The answer is yes, you can, right? And somebody put an answer there. It's kind of a little bit good, but kind of like, a little bit off, but it's good, right? So, yes, you can. You can believe in God and His saints only and use them only in your practice with your ancestors only, right? However, doing that doesn't constitute practicing Sanse. So if that's your question, then you wouldn't be considered a Sansista. A Sansista has a lineage to which he or she belongs, right? But you can carry out that practice, right? And that many people do carry out that spiritual practice. It helps them and they're able to get help in their life as they need it. So, yes, you can definitely do this, right? And will you necessarily be making progress in the Sanse tradition? No, not necessarily, but you may be helping yourself and making some help for yourself in your life, right? Likewise, you wouldn't be progressing along the mystical path, which is really the key to unlocking your highest potential and your highest power. So you wouldn't be following that path either, right? This would be very similar to, a lay person's espiritismo practice, right? Where you're serving your ancestors and you're petitioning saints and with a bit of either Catholicism going on there. And so this is a type of like spiritualism, right? Or a kind of foundational espiritismo that can bring you some growth, can help you to some degree. Okay, so someone kind of answered here, you know, that what they do is they kind of do something like this too, right? But then if they have other deities from other pantheons, they serve them in the various divisions because it fits the open framework of Sanse. Um, the thing is that you have to know the framework in order to use it. So that's the only part where I disagree, right? And this person, I'm not sure if they are Latino or not, Latina or not. So I'm not going to address that. But basically, like, it wouldn't be practicing Sanse. You'd be doing something there. And again, there's many ways in the spirituality, there's many ways in the spiritual world, right? and there's many ways to make some growths. So there's nothing wrong with it. However, this wouldn't necessarily be a Sanse practice. That wouldn't be like practicing Sanse. You wouldn't say that you were practicing Sanse, okay? Because basically, how do you have a framework that you haven't received, that you don't know the framework, right? So the ego has a thing. The ego has a little trick, right? The mind has a little trick of convincing one often that they know things, or that their understanding of something is correct, or that their understanding of something is knowing something. Your understanding of something and knowing something are two very different things, right? And your understanding of something can be right or can be wrong. It's just like the case where you can communicate to a partner, to a friend, to a loved one, to someone you're even close to, right? And you may say one thing, but they understand you differently, so they take it the wrong way, or they sense like you're angry, but you're not angry, or that you're sad, but you're not sad. So someone's understanding of something versus the knowing of what that true thing is not necessarily the same, nor is the understanding also always correct. So many people have this idea or this approach to Sanse as if it's basically a free for all, but it's actually not a free for all. There's actually a lineage and a way that things are done, and a view that's unraveled for the initiates and the disciples of the Sanses. So I hope that that has given you some clarity as far as your question is concerned, and many blessings to you. You know, keep the faith. Like I said, right? Doing something is better than doing nothing. So doing something spiritually is better than doing absolutely nothing, in the sense of, if what you're doing is good, right? If it's, actually something good. If you're doing the wrong thing, then it's better to do nothing, right? But that is not a wrong thing per se, right? It's just something that it has a limit to where it can take you, okay? And that's fine. So I hope that that makes lots of sense. And remember, if you like the channel, you like the video, don't like the video, click thumbs up. Go ahead and click subscribe, right? And if you want to make a donation, you can do so at Cash App or PayPal. For Cash App, it's $ Hector Salva. For PayPal, it's help@mysticalwork.com. Hope that you're well. Keep the faith, my mystics, and we will be together again soon.